Welcome to the Magnetic Creator Podcast. I'm your host, Melanie Mishler, and each week we have intimate conversations about the things that matter most in life. My superpower is helping you remember who you truly are, a powerful, magical creator. I give you proven tools to help you get unstuck and manifest a life that sets your heart on fucking fire. Are you ready? Let's go. Hello, my beautiful friend. Welcome back and happy Thursday. Today, we're going to dive into a question that has the power to absolutely transform the quality of your life. Now, as you know, I'm equal parts woo-woo, neuroscience, and strategy. So I love giving you practical tools and strategies that you can integrate into your life for rapid transformation. And my goal for this podcast isn't just to teach you manifestation techniques. It's about helping you to step fully into your power, because here's the thing. A lot of people think that manifesting is just about getting stuff. It's about getting the car, the more money, the lover in your bed, all that. But it's so much more than that. Manifestation is about realizing and understanding that you are the creator. You and you alone are the creator of your own experience. It's about understanding that you're in charge of how you show up in life. You're in charge of your thoughts, of your beliefs. And when you start to take charge of those, when you learn to shift and transform your thoughts and beliefs, you can literally transform your life. And to me, that's what manifestation is really all about. It's about stepping into your personal power and unlocking your full potential. So today, I want to share a very, very simple yet profound question that will completely change the quality of your life. Are you ready? And it's so simple that it's almost ridiculous. Here it is. How do you want to feel? I know, that's it. That's the whole question. How do you want to feel? So simple, but so powerful. And I'm going to share with you why. I want you to start asking yourself this question every day, not just every day, but throughout every segment of the day. How do you want to feel today? How do you want to feel in your meeting at work? How do you want to feel when you show up at date night with your partner? How do you want to feel when you wake up in the morning? How do you want to feel when you're with your children, when you lay in bed at night, when you're catching up with friends, even when you're doing things that you don't particularly enjoy doing, like maybe answering emails or paying bills? This question is absolutely crucial because our thoughts create our feelings, which create our beliefs, which influence our actions, which determine our results. And it's a cycle that shapes our entire life and our legacy. And manifesting is really about learning to control our thoughts. That's what's required. The ability to hold, focus, and control thoughts is what's required to change our life. But when we start, it can be a little tricky because oftentimes it feels like thoughts are just happening to us. Like the asshole driving down the street is making me feel this way or making me think this way. So that's why I teach starting out with the intention of how you want to feel. It's really a game changer. And I want you to remember, the question isn't how did you feel yesterday? How have you been feeling the last year or the last lifetime? The question is, how do you want to feel? How do you want to feel moving forward? How do you want to feel in the next day, in the next moment? It's about intentionally choosing your desired emotional state. So I'd love for you to spend some time with this. Meditate on it, embody it. Imagine what it would feel like to be powerful, healthy, alive, successful, happy, content. Whatever it is for you, really let yourself experience that feeling in your imagination. Because here's a secret. To create the results you want in your life, there has to be a shift inside your mind and inside your emotions first. Because the manifestation or the external change follows an internal change. It's really the result of your changed ideas and perceptions about yourself. I learned this technique from Brendon Burchard, and it has been so powerful. I incorporate it now into my daily planning. So every morning I ask myself, how do I want to feel today? But I don't stop there. I take it a step further and I ask myself, or I try to remember to ask myself at the beginning of each segment, For example, this morning I went to Zumba, and before Zumba, I asked myself, how do I want to feel? Normally, if I didn't ask this question, I might feel exhausted or like I don't want to go. I'm going to push it off and procrastinate. But my answer was, I want to feel alive and fluid and playful and fun. And this is especially powerful, like I mentioned, for tasks that you might not naturally enjoy. And for me, that's email. I used to despise email, and honestly, it's still my very least favorite task. But now I sit down before I tackle my inbox and I ask myself, how do I want to feel when I'm doing this? I can choose to feel overwhelmed, irritated, exhausted, but I find my life is so much sweeter if I choose to feel productive and helpful and of service instead. And guess what? When I choose to feel that way before I sit down and tackle my email box, it seems like the task is so much easier. It's more fluid. It goes very, very much more quickly. Okay, I challenge you to ask yourself this question multiple times throughout your day. Set that intention for how you want to feel, especially before those challenging tasks or those challenging interactions, because that intention will be your North Star and will kind of become like your guiding principle. Now, let's be real, because you know I don't like to BS things. We won't always follow through perfectly with our intention, and that's not the point. We're human after all, so we're very often going to fall short. And I will be the first one to raise my hand and own this. While I try to make this a practice in my life, just yesterday, literally yesterday, I set the intention for how I wanted to feel right before my therapy appointment with my husband. And guess what? I walked into our therapy appointment and that intention I set completely flopped. And guess what? It's okay because I'm human. So I'm not going to spend time beating myself up about it because after all these years of self-development, I've gained the skill to evaluate where the hiccup was. By setting the intention, I knew what my North Star was. I knew what I was aiming for. And then when I fell short, I could look back with insight and pinpoint where I got derailed. And here's something really, really important. If you practice this and things don't go as planned, as they often won't in life, it's crucial that you look back and evaluate like a scientist, not a judge. I know you hear me say this a lot, but it's really important. I learned this from one of my coaches, and it has been a really powerful tool, a really powerful way of looking at things without beating myself up. When you're looking back and you want to understand what went wrong, where the hiccup was, or how you got derailed, we don't want to approach it with shame and judgment. Instead, we want to look back with curiosity, the same way a scientist would examine some kind of phenomenon, right? This shift in perspective, this shift from self-criticism to curious observation will be hugely transformative. It allows us to learn and grow without that weight of negative self-talk. Because remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress and growth and understanding. And let's be real, we've all beat ourselves up enough in this life. We don't need to keep doing that. It just doesn't do anything. I know this seems simple because it is. You know, all the tools I like to give you are very practical and simple, yet they compound. They all work together to create a life where you're not just going through the motions every day, but a life that really, honestly, and truly lights you up. When you're excited to wake up to each day, where you're present and engaged and fully alive. And I promise, if you use these simple tools consistently, they will change your fucking life. They're really that powerful. All right, my friend, that's it for today. Short, sweet, packed with potential. But until next week, remember, you are the creator of your experience. Own it, love it, choose how you want to be, and keep manifesting an epic fucking life.